Oh, go here. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, Darcy.
Morning, Jeffrey.
Good morning, Patricia.
Oh, good morning, Patricia.
Oh, and we
Oh,
got
howdy.
DB. Craig phoned it in today. He said that he had to work this morning.
Rude.
I know, but
I
he's
thought we were the only ones that could decide when we were going to be here or not.
or 28 minutes late.
Oh, yeah. We were busy looking at desks.
Looking at desks. No, we were solving technical issues.
Definitely that. And we
We
were.
did not spend 5 minutes looking at desks. I was just thinking how long. I was like, how long did we really spend on that? Like probably all 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, probably less.
No, I don't think so because the timer's like 8, and
Yeah.
then it only went for a minute before I started messing with the desks.
No.
But we do have a decent show. Mm, gotta stretch, stretch. Oh man, what is our show about? I don't know. We didn't even give
I don't
anybody a hint. It
know.
just says the time has arrived. Hmm. What did it arrive to? I do kind of like
It's
this no title here.
yeah. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
It's a wonder.
So, anything exciting going on in your world?
Mm, we're going swimming today. And then we're going to Connecticut on Thursday.
Hmm. I believe I will be near water today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my broken jet ski.
Oh,
I mean, well, it's fixed, but it was broken when I dropped it off, and then hopefully they fixed it all up nice and good. I don't know what word goes with nice.
fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yeah, fingers crossed it ended up uh, being a minimal issue in
Oh, that's
general.
good.
A fancy fuse relay.
Oh.
It's not really a fuse, but it is in a way because it stopped working and it stopped all the power. So I'm gonna call it a fuse for now.
Yep. That
Mm.
feels that feels right.
Mm-hmm.
If, when uh when I moved to Arizona, I was 19 and we had a Winnebago, and it took us a full week to get from Washington State to Tucson, Arizona, and we broke down every day. Like in the morning, it would take hours to get going, and it turns out it was like a wire that went to the starter. But yeah, it was funny because there would be like, once we were going, we were fine. But once we stopped, we knew it would take a few hours to figure, because we couldn't figure out, and we stopped at a few different garages or whatever. So, yep, it was a fun trip.
Well, this is a. I'm probably too far away from the mic.
What's up?
Well, we'll see here in a second.
Oh,
I was trying to. Oh, well, sometimes I just feel dumb. I was trying to
hmm.
turn on my stream deck so then I could change camera angles because for some reason when we were setting up, I forgot about my stream
Oh. I was noticing that your avatar looks really small today.
deck. Should we adjust him?
I feel weird because I'm so small. I mean, you're so small compared to me. There we go. That makes me feel better.
Look how clear you are.
I know.
It's
It's because I
amazing.
have real internet.
It's really,
Yep.
really amazing.
It feels nice.
There we go. Now you can see my big belly.
There you go.
True to real life. It's so funny. It's just like, people try to maybe improve their image or something. I'm like, no, that's pretty much it.
This feels accurate. Me
Yeah.
too.
Except for the rag doll. He was fun this morning.
Yeah. looking all confused.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad that you guys survived your trip.
Oh, yeah, to Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep, it was interesting. We also our brakes went out in Zion, going downhill. It was an
Yeah, that's no good.
adventure.
I
No.
can relate to that from recent experience where my brake lines blew. Luckily,
Yeah.
there's smart engineers out there designing cars, and they design in redundancy, I found out. Because I am
Yeah?
not, I, I know car names, but I'm not a car guy or a person. And so, yeah, I did not know that brake lines have two systems. So if a brake line blows, it only takes out half the brakes. And it's not front and back, it's left and right. So they basically, and not left and right. It's a diagonal pattern. So your front driver's side matches to your rear passenger side, vice versa.
Ah.
So if both brake lines bust, I don't know what to tell
Yeah, then you're in trouble.
you. Then you gotta use your transmission and kind of like shift down through the gears and hopefully slow down, find a hill.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, brake lines they're important to have working and brakes.
Yeah, that feels right. That feels like a right thing to have.
Oh, this stupid thing has like downloads. Good thing, good thing I don't have any. I guess people might not know. I was looking at the bottom of the web page where it has like what I downloaded, and you
Mhm.
get people that accidentally leave something open or have something that they didn't want to have other. Oh, what was it? There was a big streamer one where this guy had he opened somehow I think he accidentally opened up his browser history and he had looked up like not flattering images of other female streamers being deep faked.
Yikes.
Yeah, so they're basically making up you know bad videos of famous streamers, but the fact that he was going and trying to look at these risque videos about these fellow streamers, they didn't take too kindly about it from it or whatever. Yeah, and so yeah, it was that was a case of accidentally opening up the browser history. He got canceled pretty quick.
Yeah, that's
And I do get it
yikes.
from their point of view. I mean, I don't necessarily have anything to defend him, but I'm not criticizing him, I guess. But I can definitely see why the girls would not have liked that
Yeah.
at all. So, in that side of things, I'd be like, yeah, dude, what'd you expect them to, if they ever found out you were wanting to see them in certain ways?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're basically coworkers.
That's exactly it. That's why it's like, yeah, yeah, like his
Mm.
action on its own. I guess it's still kind of bad because you're promoting that. Because and then if there wasn't a market for it, then people wouldn't
Yeah.
be doing it. That's the
Well,
whole
just because
thing.
it's there doesn't mean you have to look at it.
Well, yeah, that's honest. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
But deep fakes, we've kind of looked at them at different times in this channel, and they're pretty interesting because it's hard.
Mhm.
Like if you didn't know the couple things to look for, it does still kind of glitch out and look like obvious, you know, kind of computer stuff, but they're good. They're
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah. They're too good
Hmm.
and just, yeah,
Yeah. So
scary.
interesting, but no, mine were all innocent. They were just wonderful pictures that we're getting ready to show. So
Yep.
ones that took a while to figure out too. All right, let's hide this. Let's bring this up. Do we got anything? Play? Nope. We're just gonna fail today.
Oh no.
Our first one was really good. So let's see what we got going on. Oh, I remember because it was being dumb. It still is, probably. Um, I had to relink the folder. That was my problem last time, so let's not freak out, show. I know you guys are out there. Okay. Oh, I gotta select that folder. I was like, there's nothing in it. There we go.
Yay. Perfect.
Glad I was able to settle chat down. There was, everybody was super nervous that we wouldn't have.
Yep. So scared.
And
I knew you
maybe
could do it.
I was thinking maybe they were thinking that maybe those downloaded pictures really weren't good ones. They were.
Yeah.
You're like,
Now that
well,
you mention it.
he doesn't have anything to show. What are you saying? That he downloaded stuff.
Yep.
Hmm.
Danger.
But no, what is this that we are looking at? We
I
are
know what it
looking
is.
at. What is it?
It's a gargantuan black hole
A gargantuan.
dimension. Yep.
What
Well,
separates it from just a regular black hole?
the size. No, but this one was cool because this article is cool because they're talking about how this black hole became the brightest object ever seen. Which is weird because black holes you never see them because light can't escape. I'm really curious. I've been wanting to read this article.
All right. Well, scientists, they don't have anything to do, so they scour the cosmos for signs of a rare explosion. May have stumbled upon something even more remarkable: a gargantuan black hole switching on in the early universe, going from dim to tremendously bright in a cosmic blink of an eye. The black hole, dubbed J221951, is estimated to sit about 10 billion light years from Earth. We got to really figure out how to travel in light years.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
Well,
theories.
that would have been in the past, so we'd still miss it. Or are you just saying just in general?
Yeah, but if you travel, I guess, in that direction, isn't the idea that you go back in time?
No. Time only
No.
goes in one direction. Unless
What?
you're yeah, unless you're going into a black hole, which
Even if you
apparently
drive in
time stops.
reverse?
You watch Ferris Bueller's? Like,
Yes, I've watched that. And I
you're
thought
like,
that
"That doesn't work?"
was science. Except for actually during the movie, they found out it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. No.
No, we will never get to see it. Dang it.
If you stay here, you can see it. Well, maybe not. It said it was a blink of an eye.
Well, it turned on in the blink, but yeah, that's what we
Oh,
want to
I see.
watch. We want to watch how it turned on. Well, from a distance, I guess. So I guess this is the safest way. Meaning the cosmic monster turned up its lights when the universe was roughly 1/4 of its age. Despite this vast distance, the black hole brightened so intensely that astronomers initially mistook it for a stellar explosion, less than a billion light years away.
Crazy.
The fact that it appeared so bright from so far away makes it one of the single brightest transients. Objects that brighten suddenly and then fade. Oh, so it did fade in the end. Ever detected, according to the authors of the study. Hmm.
That's very interesting. You know, this weird thought popped into my head. So, say we do end up traveling through space, and I mean, even if you could get to light speed, because then I was thinking, well, to be able to see what happened, you'd have to go further out, right? So then you could see it happen again,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
You have to get ahead of it.
So, but then you could only, like, you can't go faster than the speed of light. So,
That's debatable.
but so you would have to go faster than the
Mm-hmm.
speed of light to eventually get ahead of it to see what happened. But then how do you get back? Because we're not just stationary in the universe. Like our galaxy is like, you know, I don't know. I can't think of the right word. I want to say
Ever
plummeting, but it's
expanding.
not. But well, no, it's just like racing through space.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
we're racing through space, and inside of our galaxy, we're like spinning around. Um, so then the thought, like, okay, so you have to go super fast to go super far. How would you ever get back? Like, because it's not going to be in the same space, so you would have to like, I don't know. This sounds like a lot of math. But when we were talking about that, this is what's going on in my head, and I'm glad that that's not my job to try and figure those things out. I mean, but
Well, it would be a lot of theories right now, but
yeah.
I
Mm.
guess if you went in negative light years, so I don't know. That's part of the time travel part.
Yeah.
You would have to figure out a way to actually go back in time.
We find where everybody is, find Earth again.
Well, you would
Right.
know because you would already have the future knowledge of where everything went to. So if you know where it went and you know the rate at which it went, you should be able to tell
Well,
where it came
but
from.
not like time travel, but just like space travel, just in
Hmm.
general.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because everything's, moving, right?
Yeah.
And so then you know the rate at which it's moving currently.
Mhm.
So then you would be able to have that stored in your computer. So then when you go back and you're mapping where you need to time travel to, because you could run into objects that now are there that weren't in
Yeah.
that space before, but your computer should know that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what they did in Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why Han Solo was like, "We can't just jump into hyperspeed." Okay. No, it makes sense. That's a lot. That's a lot for 8:45 in the morning.
Yup. But I don't have time travel. I don't know all the different theories for time travel, so I'm not sure on the way that you would do that. Because it is interesting how you would go back. But then there's also the theory that I think time's like a fundamental thing. So it
Mhm.
also was created at the beginning.
Mhm.
So it didn't exist before. So then maybe you can manipulate time. And so once you can manipulate time, the same as you can do the other things, then I guess you could do whatever you want. So I
Mm.
don't know. Next.
Okay. Next. That was fun.
What do we got next? We got.
Ah, might.
Oh no. This one's a little creepy, folks.
Yeah. Must
Male
be
spider mites undress females by pulling off their skin before co-popul co.
copulating. Yep.
It's how'd you say it?
Copulating.
I
Yeah.
want to say it pop, but it's not spelled that way. Pop
Nope.
copulating.
Yep.
But yeah,
That means
whatever.
doing it. The technical term. Um, sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh man, we just got a little article. What's up with this?
I don't know, but it's funny.
There we go.
Yeah.
Turn that off.
Look at
So it
him.
helps to see your cameras. Look at
So Ooh, oh, it's there. Okay, I see. I had to read a little bit of the article. Like, does the female not carry the eggs then? Because that seems like it would hurt.
So,
Like,
when they're ready to mate, they take their clothes off.
yeah.
Only the female takes clothes off.
No, it says she gets her skin ripped off.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh,
they take the skin off of the maturing female as part of a freakish mating ritual. Scientists in Austria uncovered the creepy act for the first time while studying spider mites, the dust's speck-sized relatives of arachnids such as spiders and scorpions in their lab. The researchers found that the males would guard the females, which typically reach sexual maturity at 10 days of age, and wait until their potent mates begin molting their exoskins.
that says potential mates.
That's their dance. Like, I'll
You
take
said
my skin
potent.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, I said potent,
Yeah,
potential.
it's like, uh-oh.
They're potent potential mates.
Mhm.
The males will guard the females for hours. The males are able to recognize when the premature females start molting because their old outer skin turns silvery as air lodges between it and the new skin.
Well, that feels better that they were already getting ready to shed their skin
Mm-hmm.
instead of it, like, being, yeah, the clickbaity title that they
Yep.
that they had.
To make the female ready for doing it, as you so elegantly put.
Mhm.
The
Yep,
male
I'm a
then
lady.
slips beneath the female and uses its needle like mouth parts to pull the skin off the female. Once it's removed, he can do his thing.
Yep. That is not nearly as bad as it sounded. It's still
Well,
pretty gross,
it could
but
get worse though.
yeah.
The researchers also noticed at times the males would use their forelegs to drum on the female, perhaps to trigger them to begin the molting process. Hey, 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 what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. I don't know, like, my first thought is, like, if your spouse starts, like, drumming on your belly, nobody likes that. Like, what are you trying to say here? Like,
I think it's funny.
it is, yeah. Well,
Hmm.
it's not funny. Maybe it is. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know.
Like if somebody drums at my belly, it's kind of funny. Now it depends if they're like pounding on it and you just
Yep.
ate, then maybe that's not pleasant. Okay, that was an unpleasant story,
Yep. But interesting.
but interesting. It was a little
Oh, look at
clickbaity.
that guy.
Now this one isn't clickbaity. Similar to humans, elephants also vary what they eat for dinner every night. What?
That's nice. Not just different grasses and trees.
No. A detailed analysis of dietary habits of elephants showed surprising variation from meal to meal, which could have important ramifications for wildlife protection and conservation. Oh, they only gave them one food and they're like, we're tired of just eating leaves all
Yeah.
day. A new study from a global team of conservation biologists used innovative methods to efficiently and precisely analyze the dietary habits of two groups of elephants in Kenya, down to the specific types of plants eaten by which animals in the group. Oh, so they could even tell which individual elephant what it liked.
Nice.
Their
Yeah,
findings on the habits of individual elephants help them answer important questions about foraging behaviors of groups and and aid biologists in understanding the conservation approaches that best keep elephants not only sated, saddened,
satiated, sated. Huh.
but satisfied. So what they eat? No, they just talk about how they.
Sated means to satisfy a desire or appetite to the full. I had to look it up. I was curious.
So wouldn't that word stand on its own without putting but satisfied?
Well,
What's
they
its
were
own?
and satisfied. Yep.
So they used some cutting edge genetic technique that allowed researchers to identify the composition of biological samples matching extracted DNA fragments representing the elephant's food to a library of plant DNA barcodes. You understand what they did there, folks? Identify the composition of biological samples. What do you think
Oh, they
those
tested their
biological
poop.
samples? Yes. Maybe
That
even
makes
some of
sense.
the urine also.
Hmm. That's a
But
good idea.
that was pretty cool because then they took the samples and then they used a computer to match it to stuff that we already knew. So we're classifying all kinds of plants and animals and things like that, and then you can run it through like their criminal database and figure out
They're
what was going on.
yeah, that's cool. I mean, I wouldn't want that job, but at the same time, I could see it being pretty cool. Nice.
Really?
What?
Nothing. It didn't change.
Oh, rude.
All right. And then, oh yeah, then we'll be to our final one. How the cat knows what it's smelling. Knows. I didn't
Oh,
catch that
geez.
the first time. Study reveals function behind complex nasal structure. Okay. Scientists have found the secret to feline finesse. Felines
Hmm.
finesse at sniffing out food, friends, and foes.
For some reason, I read that. I thought it said feces. I was like, that's a weird. Like, there's probably a better F word that you can use. Oh, they did. Okay. Look at that cat sniffing.
The complex collection of tightly coiled bony airway structures gets the credit. Researchers created a 3D computer model of the cat nose and simulated how an inhalation of air containing common cat food odors would flow through the coiled structures. They found that the air separates into two flow streams, one that is cleansed and humidified, and another that is delivering an odorant quickly and efficiently to the system for smelling, responsible for smelling. The olfactory region, olfactory. So they separate out the smell, really, their breath, their air. They separate the air right off the
I
bat.
wonder. I wonder how different it is from like how humans smell.
There's
I'd
probably
like that.
weights.
Huh?
Look that up real quick.
Okay.
In essence, the researchers suggest that a cat nose functions as a highly efficient and dual purpose gas chromatograph, chromatograph, a tool in the laboratory that detects and separates chemicals in vaporized form. In fact, the cat nose is so efficient at this that its structure could inspire improvements to our inventions, basically. While the long alligator nose has also been found to mimic gas chromio, that invention, researchers theorize that the compact cat head drove an evolutionary change that resulted in the labyrinth airway structure that not only fits but helps cats adapt to diverse environments. It's a good design if you think about it.
It is a good design.
Just kind of funny. That's the comment from an associate professor.
Can we quote you on that? Sure.
For mammals, it is very important in finding prey, identifying danger, finding food sources, and tracking in the environment. In fact, a dog can take a sniff and know what has passed through and was it a friend or not. Oh, interesting. They talk about like lingering scents. That's an amazing olfactory system. And I think potentially there have been different ways to evolve to enhance that.
I didn't really find anything that talked about the difference. I mean, I did see one thing that said, cats have something in their mouth that helps, or it, humans just like the particles go in to our brain, so, or to the olfactory senses. But we'd have to do more research to
Maybe
figure
ours
out.
takes longer to get there.
Maybe.
Because of the way they were explaining it. During a simulated inhalation, researchers observed two distinct regions of airflow. Respiratory air gets filtered and spreads slowly above the roof of the mouth on its way to the lungs, and a separate stream containing an odorant that moves rapidly through a central passage directly to the olfactory region toward the back of the nasal cavity. The analysis
So
took
maybe they smell through their mouth. I don't know why I said it like that. That sounded weird.
well, it said the back of the nasal cavity, but yes, since they're probably connected, it might. Flow and speed of its movements through turbinates the body structures of the nose. And they
Bony.
measured how much goes to one duct delivers the most odorant chemicals into the olfactory region.
Interesting.
How far can your cat smell?
DB says that Jasper's listening.
And smells everything when she walks home. Scientists estimate cats can smell their food from between 126 to 154 feet away, roughly a football field wide. So if your food's in the house, it pretty much knows where it's at.
No doubt about it.
However, we know that cats' noses have a secret power. All cats have a dual scent mechanism. How does smell compare to other senses? Cats can hear a huge variety of sounds at different decibels, giving them one of the widest ranges of hearing amongst animals. They can also change the direction of their ears to pinpoint where the sound is coming from. And what about that strange little pocket on your cat's ears? Turns out we're still not exactly sure what the function of that is.
Yeah, that thing's weird. And cool, but weird.
Sight. Cats' vision is weaker than humans. So they're not the best seers.
Yeah, you can't if you put something right in front of them, they have a hard time getting it, right? Like, if you put the food down right in front of them, they could smell it, but they can't find it sometimes. So it's better just to give it to them.
Well,
I don't
their
know.
eyes were designed to detect motions of their prey, and while they can see far better in low light, the overall vision does not equal ours. Cats do not see in color, but not as do see in color, but not as vibrant as we do. Their peripheral vision is slightly better than ours, and while their depth perception isn't as accurate as let's start that one over. Their peripheral vision is slightly better than ours, and while their depth perception isn't as accurate as ours, they still have better depth perception than any other carnivore species.
Hmm,
Oh,
that makes sense. They're pretty good hunters.
so other animals are worse with their depth perception. So they
That
might
makes
lunge
sense.
at stuff and they don't know if they're going to get it or not.
Well, like Ella, our younger dog, they're both about the same size now, so I have to stop calling her the little one. But Ella runs into Oliver all the time. She knocked him over last night. He was just out there in the grass and she just plowed right into him. She you can always tell she's trying to stop, but she misses the mark. She might just be a jerk, but maybe it's depth perception.
And then their sense of touch is extremely sensitive, especially for their whiskers deeply embedded in their skin. Ooh, that'd be
Mm,
torturous. Somebody pull those out.
mhm.
I was just like, ow, that would hurt.
Yeah.
Taste. Cats only have just under 500 taste buds compared to our 9,000.
Whoa.
This means they tend to rely more on their sense of smell than taste when it comes to eating. They also don't have the ability to detect sweet flavors.
Uh-oh.
Remember that
I might have the hiccups.
it's in the way the senses work together that make the cat the ultimate hunting machine.
That was interesting.
Oh. So, you want to take a quick little break?
Yep.
And then we'll cover our final
Yep.
wonderful
I'm in.
discoveries.
Right. Now I can hear you too.
Everyone can hear you too.
Oh, yay. That was my fault, I think.
No,
Oh,
it was
you got
on
back
mute.
at the same time? Oh. What is up next?
It's just funny. I had animes over on my right screen, and when I calibrated, I was looking at my right screen. So then when I looked back, it was all like just looking totally off.
That's awesome. Good job.
It was awesome. So next up, we have 7 scientific discoveries from 2022 that may lead to new inventions.
Yahoo! That sounds amazing.
Now, what do we have going on here? Cat smelling again. Oh, I was wondering when I went to go fill up my coffee, little dude was licking his butt, and I was like, man, if they smell so good, I wonder what that smells like.
Thanks for sharing.
The natural world is teeming with sources of inspiration for technological advancement. Evolution has shaped fascinating adaptations in animals, making them well equipped to deal with their surroundings. When scientists discover the perfect designs and behaviors of plants and animals, inventors take note, using them as a blueprint for technology that could improve human lives. So, this last year, we came up with 7 ideas as a human race.
Excellent.
Well, I guess it's better than 0. And I'm sure
Yeah,
there was more. You know, there's
I
probably
bet there
some of
was
those
more.
bubble scientists that had some good ideas.
Yeah. They're like, wait, our bubble experiment isn't over yet. Just give us a couple more years.
Couple more years. Well, what they discover about the immortal jellyfish? We talked about that.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
It can thwart aging by being born again. Age is just a number, but for a deep sea species known as the immortal jellyfish, that number can be reset countless times. It's just funny looking at my ads. I was like, yep, I
Mhm.
was looking up kayak racks. Just so funny. Um, when an adult immortal jellyfish sustains damage or becomes stressed, it absorbs its tentacles into its body, becoming a free floating blob that settles on the seafloor. This blob then morphs into an earlier jellyfish life stage, branching like a plant like polyp that in turn releases young jellies into the ocean. Wait. Multiple jellyfish. Effectively, the adult jellyfish turns into multiple new babies. Though predators can kill these creatures, the jellyfish does not succumb to old age.
That's weird.
That is pretty weird, but it is interesting
Hmm.
because you don't need like much extra. I got an eyelash in my eye. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me see what kind of jokes I have. Uh, what was the first animal in space? The cow that jumped over the moon. Oh man, that was bad. Um, what do you call a loony spaceman? An astronut. That's dumb. Let's see what else. Uh, how do Earth, Saturn, and Neptune organize a party? They plan it. Get it? Plan it. All right. Jeff needs to come back. This is getting silly. Um, what did the astronaut say when he crashed into the moon? I apologize. Oh, that's good. Um, let's see. See if I can find any other good ones. Mm. What time is it when a lion walks into a room? Time to leave. Hmm, that's silly. Mm. What animal makes the best pet? A cat, because it's perfect. Thanks, Stevie, for liking my jokes. Yep, yep, I can hear Jeff, but nobody else can.
Yep, I'm back. So I didn't find it though.
Why do sharks swim in salt water? Because pepper makes them sneeze. That's dumb. Okay. Are you back officially?
I am.
Okay.
I was listening to your jokes. It was funny.
Oh, good.
All right. So next up we have after the immortal jellyfish. So if we can mimic how let's see, examining the genes of the jellyfish, including those associated with regeneration and production of stem cells that can grow into any kind of cell in the body, they could inspire new techniques for replacing damaged cells or organs or tissues in humans. So that's how we can use them. That's cool.
That
Ooh,
is
look at
very
that
cool.
little guy.
Yikes.
Springtails, remember them?
Mm.
We talked about them.
Did
Funny.
we?
Yeah, we did. Humans don't pay much attention to springtails. After all, most of these insect-like creatures that live in soil, leaf litter, tree bark, and other moist environments are smaller than a grain of sand. Wow, that is tiny.
That's very,
Grain
very,
of
very
salt.
tiny.
But these
Same.
minuscule animals are truly exceptional. To escape danger, they hurl themselves into the air, traveling at a speed of 280 body lengths. 280 body lengths per second. As they fly, they perform rapid twists and flips, and like a tiny gymnast, they stick the landing.
That's
Scientists
awesome.
once believed springtail. Oh, speaking of tiny gymnasts, did you see that new Wonka movie that's coming out? Have you seen any previews for that?
No.
They're
What?
gonna do a prequel to Willy Wonka,
Oh, that's hilarious.
it actually looks really good.
Hmm.
I mean, at least from their things, it shows him growing up as a kid.
Yeah. Well,
And
didn't they do that in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp?
kinda, it
Is
did.
that what that was?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were flashbacks. You're right, but this would
Yeah.
follow him more.
Yeah. The whole movie's that. That that doesn't sound bad.
Hmm.
That could be good.
What made me think of it was just the Oompa Loompas. They have one in a jar, so it tells you how he gets them too.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll have
I
to
thought
watch
it
the
looked good.
preview. I mean, the
Scientists
trailer.
once believed springtails had no control over their bodies as they flew. Their speedy jumps looked to the naked eye like frantic fleeing. But the team of researchers recently used high tech cameras to look at one semi aquatic species, documenting how exacting these leg hoppers are. The critter's
Hmm.
technique comes from two spiral body parts and an appendage called, I don't think we did talk about this. I think maybe they're ants, called a furcula, which smacks the water to launch it into the air, and the abdominal tube known as a caulophore, which holds a droplet of water to stabilize its flight and act as an anchor on its landing.
That's
So
so cool.
hopefully they can use some of this knowledge for engineering robots It's been a major challenge for jumping robots, specifically at small scales, to control their orientation in the air for landing and jumping. A mechanical engineer um, who studies in South Korea to help build robots had said the finding in this research could inspire insect scale jumping robots that are able to land safely and expand the capability of robots in new terrains such as open water surfaces in our planet's lakes and oceans.
Very cool.
Oh, look, we got cats
And
again.
gross too. Oh yeah, look at him eating some catnip.
Did you know that catnip can repel mosquitoes?
Yes, I actually just found out. Not from this article. We're trying to figure out ways to keep the spiders and the scorpions out. And they said catnip, but I don't want a whole bunch of cats in my yard. So
Does your
was that a
neighborhood have a lot of neighborhood cats?
no, actually we don't have any, but it still feels like that could be dangerous.
Hmm. Are your fellow housemates not friendly with the cat species?
um Honestly, I think Ella would be scared of them. All she's scared of everything. I think Oliver, he's met cats before and he's been fine, but um I'm more worried about the yard becoming a litter box, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, they do
Um
that.
yeah, like when we lived down in Port Richey, there was a lot of cats everywhere, like just a ton of stray cats. So um, I think that's just some residual fear. Because, like I said, we haven't seen any around here. There isn't like any outdoor cats that I'm aware of. But everywhere we lived, there was like, I mean, at our last house, there was like 2 blocks over, there was a house that had 15 cats. I tried counting them a few times. I got up to there was at least 10 cats. We'll just say that. And they were all outdoor cats, and you'd always see them running around. Your face is hilarious. You're just really excited about my cat story.
Were they food?
The cats?
Yeah.
No, they were just cats.
Oh. Well,
But-
cats, when they roll around in catnip, or an East Asian alternative known as silver vine, that playtime may be more than just for fun. Catnip and silver vine leaves vine silver vine leaves host a cocktail of chemicals called iridoids, iridoids, which induce the cat's endorphin high as they play. But iridoids also repel mosquitoes. And after a cat simply rubs against or rolls in the plant, its fur becomes coated in these chemicals, warding off the blood sucking insects. Cats,
Oh,
however, also lick or chew on the leaves, which long mystified researchers. They wondered if damaging the plants had a benefit to the cat. And in closer analysis, the crushed leaves emitted more iridoids, and the cocktail chemicals in those damaged leaves were more diverse and more evenly distributed across 5 different chemicals. The chemical mixture, so it's kind of like stirring it up when they're chewing on it.
yep.
The chemical mixture in the intact leaves was more dominated by a single one.
Nice.
In June, somebody published in eye science. It could help protect humans from mosquitoes as well. The species in the study is the same kind of mosquito that spreads viruses such as Danag and chikungunya. I don't know. And I think I actually hit it fairly close on that pronunciation. Chikungunya. Yeah,
I can't
I think I
find
did
it.
a pretty good job. It's right. Oh, yeah, I don't have it on the screen.
I was following along for a long time, but then oh. Oh yeah, that is what it says.
Yep. That was like one of the best hard words I've ever done in this show.
Mm-hmm. You should be proud of yourself.
No, even after I've butchered the rest of it all show. The results show that people may want to consider using catnip as an iridoid cocktail as a bug spray as long as they're okay with attracting some felines. Yeah, I would. If you don't like cats, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like cats.
They're all right. Uh-oh. We got some little swimmers here. This one's
Little.
pretty intuitive, though, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they're saying when sperm travels in groups, they do better. And it's not because they swim faster, but are able to move along a more direct path. So, strength in numbers, more tails. Similar to the ones sperm would face inside a cow. The sperm. So they simulated the same fluids and watched them swim.
Interesting.
Traveling in groups probably gives an advantage to human sperm as well. This understanding could improve both human infertility treatments and pregnancy prevention measures.
Interesting. I like that.
Yep, interesting, but I don't know if that was. I guess maybe people would think that they go faster. That's why they do better in groups, and so then this shows that they're able to be more direct. But I would think traveling in groups makes more sense. I guess I don't know. I guess if you think about it, maybe you would think that the single guy would be able to swim past the slower group, but it's still
Hmm,
beneficial to hang out in groups.
I guess so.
Uh-oh. Are these out of order? I think so. Let's
Uh,
talk about it first.
yeah.
What are these cute little guys or girls?
Aw, yellow belly marmots.
And what can they
They're
do?
so cute. They halt aging while they hibernate.
What? Are they friends with the jellyfish?
Um,
Do they eat the
maybe
jellyfish?
that's how they stay young.
Yeah, that's
They're like
that's all
that
we got to
that
do.
wish.
Have some jellyfish soup.
Ugh, that sounds gross.
It does kind of sound gross. If you picked up a hibernating yellow-bellied marmot, it would feel like a cold, fuzzy rock. With its
Weird.
metabolism slowed dramatically, the squirrel's body temperature drops to a near freezing 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So, folks, don't try this at home.
Mm-mm. No, don't.
These marmots live approximately 15 years, but they spend 9 months of every year in hibernation. Oh my gosh.
That's a long time.
So they would, if they didn't hibernate, they'd live like a couple of years like a normal gerbil or hamster or something, right? But
Mm-hmm.
since they can hibernate and stop time, they can
Yeah.
live up to 15 years because they're only out of hibernation 3 months a year. They're kind of like
Yeah.
the what are those things? The outer space thingamajigs. Oh man,
What? Asteroids?
no.
Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking.
Outer space animals. Um, the things that start with a T. I can't get the word out.
Oh, trilobite?
Yeah, the
No.
little pig bear
Yeah.
looking things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
those.
trilobite. Is that right? Yeah,
you looking up
trilobite.
you looking up
Yeah.
stuff is funny on your animes. Your eyes are all getting serious and reading.
Yep. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here drinking coffee, enjoying the stories.
So, the marmot's lifespan is much longer than what would expect from another mammal its size, and the creature's intense hibernating habits might be an explanation. Interesting.
That's
With
interesting.
marmots and similar creatures as a blueprint, NASA scientists and the European Space Agency have already been eyeing strategies for inducing hibernation in astronauts. If people en route to Mars went into a state of torpor, it would dramatically reduce the cost of the mission. Doctors, too, could use epigenetic markers to better preserve organ tissues that are being stored for transplants.
Interesting.
Because there's always like maybe one person that has to stay awake, so that person's aging, and the rest of them aren't. Man, be like, I don't want to do it.
Yep. Don't make me do it.
Wax worms, the caterpillar larval stage of the wax moth, might revolutionize our response to plastic waste. Finally, somebody's got some solutions going on.
Yep.
Suggested in some research, molecular biologist and amateur beekeeper Federica Boccioni Bertocini.
I think it's Cini. Bertocini.
Okay, that does sound a lot better.
Well, I had
Bertocini.
a boss, my accounting teacher. His last name was Lucini,
Yeah, it
but
does.
the
It
Susan.
sounds more Italian than the way I was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Which was tending to her beehives, plucking wax worms from the honeycombs when she made an unexpected discovery, just like all the other great ones.
Ta-da!
They're like, oh, I wasn't even looking for that. The caterpillars, which she had put into a plastic bag, were eating through the material. Upon closer examination, she found that the larvae weren't just chewing holes, but their saliva was actually breaking down the plastic bag's polyurethane molecules. Plastic is designed to be durable, but its longevity becomes a problem in the environment. The synthetic product breaks down into minuscule specks called microplastics, which pollute waters, seafood, and even human blood. We all have lots of microplastics in us.
Yep, all of it.
All of it, really. With the world's recycling system struggling to keep up with the volume of plastic waste, perhaps biorecycling could help address the issue. When wax worms saliva might one day combat plastics at large scale waste management plants, or lead to an invention of an at-home recycling kit of larvae spit.
Yikes.
It'd be kind of cool though. It's like
It would be
acid.
very cool. Like an alien.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
More elephants?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Final one. Using its trunk, an elephant can smell, communicate, store water, gather food, and eat. The appendage can forcibly tear foliage from branch or nimbly pick up a blade of grass. The key, according to some research published in a fancy journal or publication, not sure what it is, in July, lies in the animal's wrinkly skin. Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences.
Oh,
Sounds official.
it does.
It's probably just somebody's blog.
Yep.
In an experiment, researchers encouraged two captive savanna elephants to reach their trunks toward bran cubes and apples. As the elephants maneuvered their dexterous noses, scientists filmed them with a high-speed camera. The footage revealed that all parts of the trunk do not extend evenly. The folded skin atop the trunk stretches 15% further than the wrinkled underside does. The team confirmed their findings by examining the trunk and removing it from the elephant. Oh no, wait, it doesn't say that. Oh, it does. After the elephant died. I made that part up and then finished reading the sentence.
I was like, yikes, that's awful. Yeah.
That was bad, but yeah, at least it died first. But I wonder if they
Yeah.
induced the death. Ooh,
Probably not.
conspiracy. Probably
I
not.
hope not.
Most scientists actually, I would say the majority probably care about their subjects because they develop bonds and stuff like that. It'd be like
Yeah.
any kind of animal bond that humans tend to make with
Yeah,
their
I hope
pets and
so.
stuff. So.
Oh,
The special
this is
skin setup is the elephant's innovation. In order to have these complex movements, you need structures on the outside. Cool. So we're going to
very
study
cool.
their skin to look at things. Yeah, we've always thought it was muscles, but maybe it's the wrapping that it goes in.
Maybe it's both.
Oh, you're saying it's a complex system of multiple things to pull off these feats?
Yep, exactly. Exactly what I'm saying. Well, that was fun.
Was it?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Why is this so small? What
Now I'm ready
happened,
for a nap.
everything?
I don't know.
Not even moving it.
Nope.
Oh, because it was my media slideshow.
Uh, Oops.
Now we have a big giant media slideshow. Move this one. There
There
we
you go.
go. Look at that. Much better.
Yep. Next week there won't be a show because I'm gonna be out.
Oh,
I
it says
mean,
we have a show.
you could have a show, but I won't be here.
Oh no.
But I will be back for the following weekend.
So, everybody, no show next weekend. Check our website, pretendingtoprogram.tech.
Yep. Do it.
Even though it's lying to you right now. We'll fix that here shortly today.
Yeah. It'll get fixed. Don't you worry. And if it doesn't, just
No, we still, man. No, just like our outro was going to get fixed like
I know, that's my fault.
30 different times.
I need to do some more artwork.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Mhm. Yep.
All
Maybe
right.
while I'm on vacation, I can do some stuff.
On your vacation.
Maybe. Not making any promises.
All
All right.
right. We'll see everyone later. Have a wonderful
Bye.
Winkin.
What? A wonderful
Winkin.
Lincoln?
What Winkin? I think I think I did like W, not even a link. I think it was Winkin.
Lincoln. All
Yeah.
right. Yep. Have a
I
wonderful
don't know
one of
even what
those.
I was reading. I was just looking around to see what words would have got that up there, but who knows?
Yep,
Week
this isn't
end.
it. Yep.